Joining me now is Brittany Packnett-Cunningham, host of the...
Oh my God! Please make it stop. Make it stop.
It's your two
stop. Oh, this is hilarious.
It's your two favorite. It's your two favorite people in the world.
I know. Oh my! It's like 60s, like rebel black nationalist.
It's Brittany and our favorite attorney, Paul Blart.
And Paul Blart. I don't know about this law, Joy. This law would make it legal to just murder somebody.
Yep. There you go.
This law is the most racist law I have ever heard in my life, Joy.
Yep.
Look at that scowl.
Mm-hmm.
Brittany's pissed. She's like, listen, this murderous law, I can't believe this is happening to me.
Undistracted podcast and an MSNBC legal analyst, and Paul Butler, former federal prosecutor and an MSNBC legal analyst. Let me read, thank you both for being here. Let me read a little bit of this law. This is a provision of this new proposed law, which perhaps appropriately is bill number 666. A person...
That's unfortunate.
Hilarious. No, they're loving it. They're loving the bill being 666. Ha ha! Take this, MSNBC.
Mm-hmm.
Who uses or threatens to use force is justified in such conduct and is immune from criminal prosecution and civil action for the use or threatened use of such force, unless this person against whom force was used or threatened is a law enforcement officer who was acting in the performance of his or her official duties and the officer identified himself or herself. So you theoretically...
So this is a little... Let me back up.
So this is for law enforcement officers?
No.
Okay. It's confusing. Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, let me bring up...
Typical Joe Rogan fan over here. I'm
right.
Having trouble following along.
Let me bring up that bill page. Where is it?
Oh, you got the bill, of course.
Yeah.
Sitch doesn't prepare for our show at all.
No. It says... she says, a person who uses or threatens to use force... Mm-hmm. ... What's in that ...
Where is it on the page? Here, I'm bringing it up.
So, you see? Yeah.
I got it up.
Okay. What do you have up? Oh, no. Don't. That's not the right page.
What?
Well, okay. That's not what
this is the page that you sent me, though.
No, I didn't send you this page first.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Let me show you this page first. Let me send this to you. Because this is what she's quoting. Mm-hmm. Okay, you can put this up first. Well, we'll get into
immunity from liability, section 5.6. Okay.
You see the quote that she put up? It says, "A person who uses or threatens to use force, ...
Mm-hmm.
is justified in such conduct." Okay, so what does the ... mean?
There's no way they'll be able to read it on the screen.
It means that they cut something out.
Oh yeah. ... obviously means they cut something out. What we're interested in is what the fuck did they cut out?
So if you look at the bill summary, it says this act provides that a person who uses or threatens to use force ... in self-defense is immune from criminal prosecution and civil actions for the use of such force, unless such force was used against a law enforcement officer who was acting in the performance of his or her official duties. The person reasonably knew or should have known that the person was a law enforcement officer.
Right. So if you can't pull self-defense on a cop when he's trying to arrest you for, whatever. Gotcha.
So yes, you're correct. Wow. What a crazy world it is that if you have been ruled to be acting in self-defense, you're immune from criminal prosecution.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
But the court case is going to be over whether or not you did use self-defense.
Well, what the reason it's written this way, well, there's two reasons. The first reason is because if you see near the bottom, it says, this act provides that the defendant can raise a claim of self-defense during a pre-trial hearing in either a criminal or civil case, which shall shift the burden of the party seeking to overcome the immunity by proof of clear and convincing evidence. Okay.
Yeah, they talked about this on Nick Rekieta's stream. during the Kyle Rittenhouse. And one of the attorneys that was on, I don't think it was Nick, was saying that these really should be dealt with in pre-trial hearings because there was not near enough evidence to bring charges against Kyle Rittenhouse. And that would have completely been weeded out in pre-trial had a judge had the power to sign off and it wasn't just prosecutorial misconduct.
So how I interpret this law, and Law of Self-Defense did a video on this too, that's worth watching. The way I interpret this law is what this law is doing. The thing that's new here that this law is adding is that they're saying exactly what they were saying in the Ricada stream, that they're adding a pre-trial hearing where you can raise self-defense. And if the court finds that your self-defense is justified, it just will not go to trial.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what this is about.
Which is perfect.
Many states have this. There's nothing crazy in here. There's nothing in here that says that murder is now legal whatsoever. Okay. This is what they're getting. This is she was just complaining about this fake information being peddled by Joe Rogan. And she's up here complaining about a bill that will help disenfranchised African Americans caught in the criminal justice system. And she's claiming this is just some sort of racist bill to make it okay for white people to shoot black people somehow.
But you don't understand, Sitch. This is her misinformation. Okay. It's completely different. She's not telling people not to get vaccinated. Okay. It's a vaccination thing.
Yeah, listen, she's not telling people they can't get vaccinated. She's just telling people that, white people can run around shooting black people.
Right. Yeah.
That's what she's telling.
That's really good for race relations. I'm telling you.
I know.
Yeah, this is like a stand your ground law on steroids, and it's like a gun rights for nuts law on steroids. It would allow murderers to go free and empower trigger happy vigilantes like the McCloskeys and like Kyle Rittenhouse.
Oh, he's got to throw
trigger happy
vigilantes.
Yes.
First of all, McCloskeys didn't fire their weapons. What the fuck are you talking about, Paul? Who's trigger happy? Nobody shot anyone in that case. How can you call them trigger happy? They're trigger unhappy. They got to shoot. They didn't get to shoot anything.
Yeah, and Kyle Rittenhouse was found innocent.
Yes, exactly. Exactly.
To shoot up Black Lives Matters protests. Under this law, Joy.
To shoot up. Paul is just, I gotta love him, even though I hate him. It's a real love-hate thing with him. Like, stylistically, I just love it. I really love it. I don't know what it is, why it is. It's just, it's so obvious that his brain is on autopilot.
Yep.
There's no thinking going on in there, but he moves.
Anyone who kills in self-defense is presumed to have acted lawfully, except if you use self-defense against a police officer, then you still go to jail. What a clear demonstration of who this law protects and who it does not protect. So, Joy, I agree with you.
Because this law says that you can't necessarily use self-defense to claim you killed a police officer that you reasonably should have known was a police officer, it's obviously targeting black people.
Well,
that's kind of a racist thing to say.
Oh, definitely. That's like,
what the fuck?
They got to get their racist content going.
Right.
The law, though, is the same as if you broke into a home or robbed a liquor store. I'm assuming you'd be innocent until proven guilty, right? That's the standard.
Yes.
How is it any different than that? Listen, if you steal a car and are found with the vehicle, right? You're going to be presumed innocent until proven guilty. It's the same exact thing with self-defense. If you claim self-defense, you're going to be innocent until proven guilty of.
No, listen. If you kill someone in Missouri, the police should just say, we think you killed someone. It doesn't matter what your reason was. It doesn't matter if you're claiming self-defense. Listen, poor, disenfranchised, oppressed black lady. Okay. You killed this horrible, evil guy who was trying to rape you and murder your children. But you need to prove it was self-defense. Okay. The state doesn't have to prove anything. You need to prove it was self-defense. I want you to provide evidence.
I like the other standard better, especially in the scenario that you laid out. It sounds
where the state, the entity with all the power, is the one that has to prove you are the one that don't have self-defense. Oh, okay. You mean that thing that currently exists in like all 50 states already?
I feel like they don't really understand the situation here.
No. This is what's great. Paul should know better. He's a fucking lawyer.
I know. He's just there. He's a yes man. He's just there as a yes man. He is. He's a team player.
The right thing about this proposed law is its title, Bill 666.
Paul, what are you doing? It's like now he's pointing out 666. It's got to mean something, right?
That's right.
It advances the devil's work.
See, this is okay. Paul.
There's a sign. There's a sign in this law, Adam. I don't know if you noticed. There's a sign. It's this law's the 666. This is the devil's work.
This is why you gotta love Paul.
I mean, it is a
even Joy is not happy that he went there. Joy is like, listen, Paul, I invited you on to make revolutionary comments like Brittany, and you hit me with this traditional conservative biblical stuff. What are you doing? Oh no.
It's the white devil, Adam. Listen, I went to church, the Church of the Missouri Senate, and they said, it's the 666. I could look into the eyes of the Senate, the eyes of the representatives, the eyes of the governor. I saw the devil. The devil winked back at me. The devil linked his lips, and he said, whiteness. He said blackness is now illegal. This new law will make it legal for the McClowskis. You could see in the McClowskis' eyes. You saw when that lady in her striped t-shirt and her tiny little gun with her hand on her hip came out to the yard. You could see the eyes of the devil working through her. Did you see, Adam? Did you see the eyes of the devil?
I saw it. I saw it.
Did you see the eyes of the whiteness of the devil inside her?
I did. It was terrible.
Praise the CRT. We must bathe ourselves with the CRT to renounce the sins of the 666. Okay, that's enough of that.
It's my God. Make it stop.
Oh, wait a minute.
That was painful, Sitch.
I can't believe this.
Please tell me.
I just got an email. I just got an email.
Oh, no. Is it from Paul?
Paul! Our good friend Paul Butler, who I lovingly call Paul Blart, mall lawyer. He was watching the segment just now. He said that he was, he wanted to expound on the segment because Joy didn't really let him go into detail. Okay.
Really?
Yeah. So
I mean, he shut up pretty fast.
He did. But he felt intimidated by, this radical, the crazy radical lady. So let me play his message to you.
Hello, Adam. Joy is totally right about legal murder. I love this new law. The other day, I ran over someone in my car and I just smeared some white face on and told the office I was afraid the person I hit was black and was attacking me. It turned out it was an 80-year-old Asian lady, but the police said it was fine because of this new legal murder law.
There you go.
How did you put that in there?
There you go.
Why did you put that in?
Paul Butler, he says he's totally on board with this new law. Apparently he's changed his tune. Now that the law has helped him, he's totally in favor of it. So very interesting.
There's a giant controversy over black on Asian crime.
I don't know what
Why
you're
did
talking.
you put?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Why?
Okay.
Why? Why
I
did
don't
you
know.
put that in there?
I don't know what you're possibly referencing. Okay.
I'm talking about the email.
I don't know what you're talking about. This is very good. Listen.
You were very,
I cannot be held
Paul
responsible.
Paul was very specific about what happened in this
I cannot be
situation.
held responsible for the ethnic group that Paul Blart runs over in his car. Okay, I have no responsibility for this whatsoever.
Terrible.
How would you dare put this on my shoulders?
The legal murder law. Did you type that out? Well, this is why you couldn't pay attention to what was going on.
No, what? No, I didn't type anything out. This was sent to me by Paul Blart. I don't know what you're talking about.
I know what was going on. You can tell.
Paul Blart sent this to me. No, Paul Blart sent this to me. I don't know what you're talking about.
Sitch is over there. Microphone keeps going off as he's type. You need to think that out, okay? We can't have a Joe Rogan situation here, okay?
I don't know what
we're not Joe Rogan, okay?
I don't know what you're referencing, okay? This was Paul Blart's words. Okay, I don't have. I'm just the messenger here.